Good evening. My name is Nigel Chambers. I'm from Big Gold Belt Media. David, it's a pleasure to talk to you today, and congratulations because season two of the Big Door Prize returns back to Apple TV Plus April 24th, dropping 3 episodes right off the break. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk with me.
Absolutely. Let's shine a light on some other folks you work with, and that's your animation department. I must know who is behind this. I've been wanting to ask you for about 2 seasons now here. So who's behind getting the animation done that is so beautifully well done?
Well, we have an opening title sequence that's hand drawn by an artist named Ann Duras. It took her about 500 hours to create the opening title sequence for the first season, and she did an entirely new one for the second season, which luckily she said yes when I asked her to do a whole new one. And then in our second season, we have a new style of animation, which comes through the Morpho machine without giving too much away, which is a very different style of animation and was a different team of artists. So that's a really cool visual element of the show that I'm really proud of.
Yeah, I love the visions aspect of this, shall we say. That's really cool and definitely had me hooked first episode in. Um Potential is a word, really a heavy theme for this show. What does potential mean to you?
Well, I think that's one of the questions that we're exploring in the show. The loose definition of potential in the Morpho machine is this is what you could achieve if everything went right with your brain and body. But I guess as the show goes on, we start to interrogate just because you could achieve something doesn't mean that you have to in order to be happy. And maybe it's the trying to achieve something that is actually more satisfying than actually getting that goal of whatever you think it is your life is supposed to be.
Yeah, we're reading right off my notes here because yeah, that led me to a conclusion, a personal conclusion I had upon watching the show is that like it does at one point seems to be driven by fate in a sense of like where you're supposed to land, but ultimately concluded with like your life can have multiple paths and that's just okay. Is that the feeling? Is that the reaction that you want the fans and audience to take from the show?
I think I'm trying not to be too prescriptive in saying this is what you should take from the
Yeah,
show or this is what you should feel, but I definitely think that's one reaction that some of our characters are having, which is maybe this path that I'm on is not the path that I thought I would be on or thought I should be on, but it might be okay. And in some ways, it might be better. And then
yeah.
there are characters who are saying, nope, I'm not happy at all with this path. I want to try a different one, and I'm going to blow up my life in the process.
Hey Dave, if you had a card, man, what would your card have on it?
Well, I hope it would say writer because I don't have any other talents. But I think that's part of the mystery of this thing is, but what if it said something else? What would that mean? And what would have had to happen in my life for me to be something else?
Interesting. A guy that's a fantastic writer and actor says no other talent, but won an award for executive producer for an amazing show. You know, I give you your
Well,
flowers, sir.
you know,
Love Schitt's Creek, man. Big winner in this house. One other thing I wanted to ask you too, because as a person who I feel wasted potential is like one of my pet peeves, and with a theme so heavy in potential, where were you at? Didn't get a chance to talk to you season one, but like where were you at mentally when you decided to put pen to paper to develop this show? Very unique show, shall I say?
yeah, well, I mean, to be honest, it came out of a unique time. It was a pandemic project because this was the last book that I read before everything shut down. And what was so wonderful about the book was it was about people saying, if I had to start over, what would I do? And then it felt like there was this pause button hit on life in general for so many people. And that I saw people thinking, okay, when the world comes back, I'm going to make a change. Or before the world comes back, I'm going to learn the guitar or learn to bake bread. And all these things that felt like big door prize stories. So the show really grew out of that time of confusion and questioning and planning.
Amazing, amazing. I truly appreciate it. And one correction, not EP, executive director for Schitt's Creek. There, award winning for that. But nonetheless, David, thank you so much for your time today. And again, the Big Door Prize season 2 returns to Apple TV Plus April 24th with 3 episodes for the fans. Thank you so much.
Thank you.